So this is probably like my last video. I'ma just prep maybe, hopefully, we don't know what God wanna do. Where I was gonna say, girl, move! No, I'm not coming over here to play. You just about to try to tackle me. No. Yeah, God, he just been downloading words today. I'm like, okay, show me something in. But anyway, okay, so this one is just pertaining to just words I had already released about like be patient and be prepared. So basically, be quiet. When I start a video, you want to start screaming and squealing. Girl, bye. So when I had like first moved into my apartment in Las Vegas, I had like went through a season where I was like purging and crying and just cleansing and stuff. So I was like I had came out of a season of like like fast food, basically drive through. Like I was used to getting stuff fast. I was used to getting stuff quick. And God was like, okay, yeah, but we about to do stuff different this season. Okay. So, I mean, he didn't tell me that, but he was basically telling me that by showing me, that I wasn't getting what I asked for right away. Or by, his silence, basically, because silence speaks louder than words sometimes. So, let me hurry up, child. So, as I'm, in the midst of this little rampage or something, like, dang God, like it's like what's going on, Lord? He like, look, just sit down somewhere and be quiet. Like, how we give our kids something to, like we just give them something and be like, here, girl, or here, boy, sit down. No, it's not. It's not under me. I'm not sitting on it. No, I'm not. Can you sit down? Yeah, I'm so sorry. Anyway, so yeah. So I was going through that, and I'm just like, okay, Lord, like what's going on? So I ended up downloading this Sims game. Like I don't even play video games, but I just like wanted something to do in my free time besides bugging God about stuff that He was already working on. So I ended up downloading this Sims game, and as I'm playing it, like there's a certain setup, like a certain, how they have like the storyline or the story mode or whatever, however you say it. So you have to like go through certain things and get certain stuff so you can buy certain stuff. With me, I was like, just wanted to do my own thing, don't really know what I'm getting myself into, basically. I'm just building houses and building streets. Now, in this game, if the buildings don't have access to the streets, then they won't function, right? Or people will leave and they'll, like, abandon the building. So, I'm just like, okay, didn't really, wasn't prepared for that, so I kind of had to, like, rearrange stuff. So, I'm like, okay, so now, as I'm, like going into and playing the game, I'm not really, number one, prepared. I don't know what this game is about. I'm just, building stuff. Or I don't know, like, how detailed the game is yet. And then, number two, I was just kind of like rushing and stuff. Like I just wanted to hurry up and build the city, like I just wanted to hurry up and build this beautiful city, and I wanted to be built quick, fast, and in a hurry, right? So it wasn't being built fast enough for me. Like you had to first you had to like build your factories, then you have to make stuff in the factories, then you have to take stuff that you make from the factories and put them together and make other stuff, and then you put it over here and you can build the house or however it is. Just a whole bunch of different stuff. So that was taking too long for me. I just wanted to pay for it, fast food. So I'm paying for it, right? I'm paying for I'm paying for, like to speed up the gaming process. So as I'm paying for it, other stuff is falling apart, right? Like the more I paid, it was like stuff was coming together, but stuff was also falling apart because I wasn't prepared what came with all of the responsibility of having those many residents, right? Oh, you better speak, Lord. Ooh, you better speak with your bad self. So as I'm getting the residents, they complaining the sewage is too close to the city. We need to move it out the city. They trying to move out their apartments. They talking about some not enough street space. It just the most craziest things that you could ever think of, but it really does happen in real life, and all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes to make sure that, of course, like, the cities and the mayors, they get complaints all the time, but, just all the stuff that has to go on behind the scenes to make sure everything works together. Like, everything has to have, like, steps or a order to it, or it just won't work, Get out my purse. Everything has to, So, as I'm realizing, like, I done paid this money to try to speed up the process, and still really couldn't speed up the process because it wasn't going to work the way I was doing it. It still didn't work, y'all. No matter, even if I got there faster, it's still, I can't get it out. I can't give it to y'all the way I'm receiving it, but it still didn't work, right? So I had to stop. So I came to a point in the game where I literally had to stop everything, put my whole city on the line. I had to put my whole city on the line, because if the people are not comfortable, they'll start complaining, they'll start leaving, everything. I had to take all of the streets up, pull all the streets up, move all the buildings into one corner, rebuild a new city, put new streets and everything, and over here, and then build my residential areas, build the factory areas, build where the stores is going to be, just where the parks are going to be. It was just like so detailed, and like everything had to be in a specific place. And come on now. And the way I tried to do it didn't get me there. And it wasn't going to, look at this child here. It didn't get me there. Get out. You got on your clothes. And so God was using that game to speak to me, like, yeah, there's a lot of components and stuff that has to go on behind the scenes for stuff to, work together. And because God gave us free will, it's not like he could just snap a finger and be like, yeah, okay. I mean, of course he can, but he can't just snap his fingers and be like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's done. Yeah, I mean, he can, but that's not like free will. I mean, yeah, so, he got to do a little tugging and a little pulling sometimes on us, Yeah, it ain't always easy on God. We just think he's this big God and he just control everything. No, we give God a hard time. We stress him out. Have y'all read that book? He said, y'all brought me to jealousy and anger. I said, woo, child. That's my ancestor. Anyway, God just used that Sims game to speak to me about patience and being patient, and saying that there's a lot of components and stuff that has to go on behind the scenes that you didn't know about or you really wasn't prepared for. That's why I didn't want you in that place at that time, because you wasn't gonna know what to do, and you have to start over from the middle, which is not really starting over, it's halfway starting over. Anyway, so had I just went from the beginning and just followed the rules of the game and built where they told me to build and do this over here and make sure, I didn't know I had to have hospitals, fire stations, police stations within certain miles of every single building. every single residential building. Like, I didn't know that. So I had to do a lot of rearranging. I had to add a lot of streets. When you add a lot of streets or add a lot of building or put a lot of residential stuff, schools, and the school, it was the best place for the school was in the middle of the residential areas. I had to do a lot of rearranging because I had to have that school in the middle of the residential area. Okay, y'all not hearing me. So had I just waited and went from the beginning, the school would have been there first. Y'all not hearing me. The school would have been there first, and I would have eventually built around it. But because I had rushed it, I had to move stuff out the way, put the school there, and try to, all out of order. So, and it's a lot more to the game. Like, if you play the game and you get as far as I got, I think I got like to level like, I don't know, you probably get further than I did, but I think I got to like level 18, 19. I had about like 80,000 residents. A lot of people to keep happy. It was a lot of complaints. It was a lot of moving around, a lot of maneuvering, a lot of renovations. They wanted their houses built. They didn't want to wait. Okay, it was a lot. I'm like, okay. Game is really neat. If you want to learn anything about running the city, it's a good game to play. Or how, like, just the city's work and stuff, or just, just being creative and stuff. My city was popping too. When I tell you bomb, beautiful. Woo, because I had to stop and I had to do it the way that, it was meant to be. I couldn't rush it. Y'all not hearing me. Ooh, y'all not hearing me. I couldn't rush it, y'all. I couldn't rush it. Stuff had to go on behind it. It had to. Like, all working in the factory and all of that stuff had to happen. Because then that'll give my other homes time to build, get worked on, which would give it just, everything just worked out once I followed the blueprint. So let me just tell you, there's a blueprint for a reason. Okay, but yeah, I hope I went all over the place with this message. But man, oh man, oh man, God is so good. He's so creative. He's so funny. But yeah, a Sims game, y'all. In the midst of me having a fit, he like, here, play this video game. Sit down and just be quiet. And in the midst of me playing, he was speaking to me like, you see, it ain't easy. Okay? Yeah, I'm God. Yes, I am. And y'all work my nerves, so y'all, I'm just kidding. Let me stop. So, yeah. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm out of here, man. I probably, I said I was trying to be more consistent on here. That was more like my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna like start YouTube, so here I am starting YouTube. And I'm gonna be more consistent. God is so funny. He's just talking to me anyway, y'all. Bye.